The silence of the deep jungle was suddenly shattered by a powerful roar. A massive American bison had been caught in a deadly trap set by a ruthless group of wildlife traffickers. It thrashed in fear and pain, but fortune was on its side, because the tracking device around its neck had already sent an alert to a team of wildlife rescuers. From a distance, a blue helicopter roared through the air, speeding toward the jungle. Inside, 4 rescuers dressed in bright orange suits were preparing for the mission. Determination burned in their eyes. As the helicopter doors slid open, they leaped into the dense wilderness below. The bison, still ensnared in the trap, struggled to breathe. A group of 5 traffickers surrounded it, chains and heavy weapons in hand, ready to load it into their covered van. Unbeknownst to them, an elite rescue team was closing in fast. One of the rescuers quickly radioed in. "We've arrived. The traffickers are armed. We need immediate reinforcement." Then gunfire erupted. The leader of the rescue team, Captain Laura, signaled to her team, "Move in!" Emerging from their cover, the bright orange suit-wearing rescuers aimed their weapons and shouted, "Drop your weapons! You're surrounded!" But the traffickers weren't willing to surrender so easily. They retaliated with gunfire, shaking the jungle with the sound of bullets. Birds scattered into the sky in panic. One bright orange suit-wearing rescuer, taking cover behind a tree, expertly shot a trafficker's weapon from his hands. Another dashed forward and slammed the van's door shut, preventing them from loading the bison. Captain Laura quickly ducked behind a tree and called into her radio, "Send reinforcements now!" Moments later, a new sound echoed through the jungle. Another helicopter was approaching, carrying heavily armed reinforcements. As soon as they touched down, the traffickers realized they were outmatched. One by one, they fled into the dense jungle, disappearing into the shadows. The rescuers rushed to the bison's side. One of them knelt down and swiftly cut the ropes binding its legs. Slowly, the bison stood up, still shaken but sensing its newfound freedom. Captain Laura met the animal's gaze and smiled gently. "You're free now." The bison took a few steps forward, then turned back to look at the team. Its deep, dark eyes glowed with gratitude. After a brief pause, it disappeared into the jungle, returning to its natural habitat. The rescuers exchanged victorious glances, their faces lit with satisfaction. Another life had been saved. Under the crimson hues of the setting sun, the rescue team walked back towards their helicopter. Behind them, the traffickers' abandoned trap lay empty, never again to ensnare another creature.